I want to tell everybody now, this video is going to focus on the stickers. If you want a more in-depth look at the upgrade kit or the basic figure, I've got videos of both of those things linked in the description. Sorry, but I don't want to spend the whole video going over a bunch of stuff I already covered previously, and then have it balloon out to an unreasonable degree and be a pain, well, a bigger pain, to edit. So yeah, this here is Legacy Armada Prime with the full DNA upgrade kit, which I have a couple of nitpicks about, and the Toy Hacks Reprolabels set. Let's see how all of this works together, shall we? In vehicle mode, the changes are simultaneously subtle and obvious. You get improvements, or at least what I'd consider improvements, on the windows, which aren't ugly, clear plastic that shows nothing but a mess on the inside anymore, and they look really nice in this metallic blue. You also get landing strips, maybe, along the top of the trailer, with optional faction logo stickers for the sides that give you the proper white background. That does also help the logo to stand out better. But there are so many small things that you might not realize are new unless you have a thorough memory of the stock figure or are looking at a side-by-side. You got lettering around the tires, silver on the front of the cab to fix the visual breakup of the front bumper, shiny metallics on the smokestacks, a shinier grille, taillights of a sort, missiles on the front of the trailer, extra details along the sides of the treads, and a cluster of lights around the back, as well as a license plate. There are a few options. I went with this one because gotta recognize Gary Chalk. You know, that kind of thing. But then there's this blue striping along the sides of the trailer, which is actually an assortment of large stickers that completely cover up the original blue stripe. If you look closely, it's got this sort of metallic sheen to it now, because stickers, along with some small gold details that pop pretty nicely in there. I did wrestle with the stickers a little bit here and there, though, because this set of Reprolabels is designed for the stock figure, not the upgrade parts, which means there are certain stickers that either need a bit of effort to get them to fit, or they just can't be used at all. For example, this spot on the back of the trailer is part of the front skirt for the super mode, but the new DNA piece is shaped and molded differently, so the sticker doesn't fit perfectly. Thankfully, you can just kind of squish it in there and it still works for the most part, but it is a little too big around the edges now. There are also stickers that are supposed to go into these spots here and kind of wrap around the sides. I couldn't use those stickers. I tried, they did not fit right with the new hip skirt pieces. So couldn't put those stickers on there, just left them gold. The top of the trailer was the bigger issue though, since the back half, this whole bit here, is an entirely new piece. Because of the way this whole mess is molded, I ended up not being able to use two of the landing strip stickers at all, because there just wasn't a place for them anymore. I also had to trim out a little bit of these big stickers on the back using an X-Acto knife, because they're just not shaped right to go around the peg hole, so I had to put them on and then go in carefully and kind of cut away to make sure that that peg hole is free, because that's what you use to plug in weapons, among other things, and I just wanted to make sure that the sticker wouldn't get in the way of that. It's not a huge ordeal, but it is a thing I had to do in order to just use the peg holes. It makes me wish we got an optional Reprolabel set for the DNA kit, like we did with Legacy Motormaster, but as of this writing, that hasn't happened. Also, I'm honestly not sure it's quite as important as it was with Menasor, because in the grand scheme of things, only a handful of stickers in this set don't work with the upgrade parts. Also, you're only going to see it in vehicle mode, but there are these stickers on the back here for, I guess, gas tanks or something, but those are going to be covered up in all the other modes. I'm pretty sure it's obvious that there's more going on with the core robot now than when he was fresh out of the box, but again, there is also a lot of subtlety here. Along with the new metallic shine on the grille, you do also get more detailing around the sides, in particular the small black dots that sit inside the chest circles, and of course, I love how this looks. There's also more going on in the shoulders and the upper torso, especially the silver along the top that extends the visual line of those pipes, and the black in the biceps that works with the tire and really helps to make the area look more bulky and way less thin and weedy. I also like the gold stripes that wrap around the forearms, and the silver in the waist section and going through the thighs. It just adds a lot of punch to the detailing. There's a little more on the shins too, but while I like the shiny grills and red dots, it's the gold and black on the feet that really draw my eye. Looking at this, it's tough to imagine how I was happy with his toes being basic blue before now. If memory serves, there was an optional metallic silver sticker for the mouth plate, but I prefer the silver paint, so I left that bit off. Also, there were like 3 or 4 choices for eye stickers, but I went with the shiny gold because it's close to how it regularly looks, but with a little more life thanks to the shininess. You can kind of see the shiny yellow stickers for the eyes. I also really like the black detailing the stickers add to the sides of the head. Now instead of the helmet being mostly blue, aside from the gold crest in the front, there's this darker shade going around the edges of the ear flaps, or whatever they are, that continues down towards the face a little bit. It's a change for the head that's easy to miss if you aren't analyzing everything, but when you pull back, I think it all comes together to really make an already fantastic design and sculpt pop just a little bit harder. Now, since the DNA parts weren't considered for the sticker set, there's nothing added to the rifle extension / second gun, but there are some nice silver and dark gray details on the primary weapon now. I particularly love the circular stickers going around the sides of the gun. It's a cool element to the design, and while there aren't any stickers for the other gun, I do like how DNA put some silver on it already. So with the stickers, the two firearms still managed to look pretty good together, except for the empty expanse of gray in the front of this one, that is. Admittedly, when you combine them, almost all the visually interesting stuff is scrunched up in the back. It's less bad when you add the smokestacks, but all that gray on the end still stands out. Okay, this is really freaking cool. I mean, it was before, but now it's even more freaking cool. The shifted proportions of the DNA parts, like the longer biceps, the reshaped shoulder pads, the slightly taller feet, and the bigger chest flare, definitely do a lot of work on the super mode, but the stickers add so many little layers of detail on top of all of that. That little bit of silver on the toes adds just enough to the feet to make a difference, and now there's all this extra gold on and in the shins that looks really great. And I like how the thighs have these shiny silver strips. They don't overpower the look or make it seem like the thighs are all silver, so much as give it a sort of shiny, layered armor vibe. I did have to skip out on using those stickers for the front skirt, like I said before, but the silver stripes right down here still fit, and there's that gold piece I mentioned before, still gets the job done. The waist is more than just blue now, too, with some nice silver on the outside and then what looks like maybe a tire texture, a little bit more on the inside. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be tires, but I really do like how this breaks up the previously kind of monotonous area. I'm not sure the shiny red bit in the tum was necessary, but I don't think it hurts anything. And the blue for the windows still looks great here. To my recollection, the set did not include anything for the original chest piece, but with the added silver from the DNA upgrade, that's really not a problem. What you do get with the Reprolabels is a choice between gray and red for these big blocks that are sitting just beside the shoulders. I went with red, obviously, but I also mixed it up slightly by swapping in the gray versions of these smaller secondary stickers, which I think looks pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Granted, these stickers aren't very important when you have the big DNA chest piece covering most of them up, but I still like having them there. All the details on the arms and forearms are exactly what we already saw in the core robot's legs, and I appreciate how well it works with the other sticker detailing in this whole combined super mode more. It also makes me appreciate the kind of chromy silver detailing more because now it matches between the biceps and the thighs. There are stickers for the super mode hands too, which are meant for the stock hands, but as you can see here, they do actually work with the new DNA hands, so that's nice. I'm still not the biggest fan of these hands, and I might eventually switch back to the original ones, but I'm glad that this particular thing still accommodates the stickers, at least. And then there's the big missile rack on the back. Oh boy, this thing. Don't get me wrong, I do think it looks great with the metallic red highlighting all of that potential missile spam, and I like the alternating angles of those black lines, but if you notice, each of these circular divots is split in half, which means this was not 10 circular stickers I had to painstakingly and carefully place inside all of those 5mm holes. It was 20 stickers. It was obnoxiously tedious to do. At least it looks nice, I guess. As for the super mode head, all you get with this sticker set is a selection of eyes, but that's all you need, really. There's a set of metallic gold if you want to stick with a similar color to the stock figure, and a pair of what I think are more cartoon-accurate pinkish glowing eyes meant to look more animation-like, but I couldn't resist the red. Not because I desperately wanted toy-accurate red or anything like that. I never owned the original toy and I don't really care. I just think that these look the best. And I still do now that they're in place. At this point, I'm pretty sure you've decided whether the Legacy Armada Prime Reprolabel set is for you, but for anyone who wants or needs a summary, yeah, this is extremely good and you should get it. That could apply to the figure, the stickers, or the upgrade kit, honestly. Or all three. Legacy Armada Prime is a fantastic figure in its own right, and I feel like it's one of those cases where you probably shouldn't miss it if you're even a little bit interested in what you've seen of it so far. He doesn't need the stickers to be excellent, but the stickers take an already stellar toy and make it that much more impressive. Ditto for the upgrades, but those are way more expensive than the stickers. So yeah, if you haven't enjoyed Legacy Armada Prime and you like the look of the stickers, I would absolutely recommend getting a set for yourself. And if you have Armada Prime with the DNA upgrades and you're wondering if the stickers work with it, yeah, they totally do. You don't even have to skip most of them. You don't even have to skip that many of them. I just think I ended up avoiding maybe like 5 or 6. But that is enough about what I think. What do you all think of Legacy Armada Prime with Reprolabels and DNA upgrades? Whatever your thoughts, feel free to chime in down below. I always enjoy hearing from you all. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll be back to say more words about toys at you next time.